Hi everyone, I just wanted to talk to you today about a few things that have happened along my journey. And first thing is that AI is everywhere. And whole YouTube channels are run by AI, and it's hard to sometimes know what's real and what's not anymore. People don't connect with AI, they connect with you. And that's why a personal brand is so important right now in this age of AI. There are a few parts to what I want to talk to you all about today, and the first one is the rise of AI and why I feel that personal brands matter now more than before. So AI has made it easier than ever to generate content and for content creators to pump out a whole lot of content. Some creators are posting 100% AI generated videos, even of themselves. It's not perfect. You can pick up that it is AI generated. Maybe the voice sounds funny, or the mannerisms are off, or the lips don't move properly, but it is easy to pick up when it's a human talking to the camera or if it's AI generated. But here's the problem, is that people, this includes myself, we're becoming more and more selective on what kind of content we watch online. And I personally don't like to watch AI generated humans speaking or providing information. It just feels odd and it feels weird. I would assume that it's safe to say that many people don't resonate with AI generated content as we do with real human experiences. The only thing when it comes to a personal brand that separates an AI channel to yours is your personality, your views, your opinions, your experiences. That's what makes you unique. And people tend to follow other people that they can relate to. And right now, I'm not saying this is going to stay like this forever, but it's more difficult for people to relate to AI generated content. I have noticed on YouTube that content creators are starting to share more of their personal lives and their personal experiences and aren't just talking business. And it seems like they don't feel comfortable doing it, but it seems like that's what I think they feel they have to do in order to stay relevant in this age of AI. Because when people teach you skills or how to, you can get that sort of content easily from ChatGPT to give you a rundown of what you need to do or any kind of knowledge. So I think it's more important that you really choose what kind of content you want to talk about as well. If it's something that everyone's doing, then it just becomes generic. So the stuff that you choose to talk about on your channels needs to be personable, and it needs to be unique, and it needs to be from experience. That's what I think. Yeah, so I've done the rise of AI and personal brands, and yeah, I think going into part 2 of this video, I'd like to share my journey and my experiences over this last few months. So since I've posted my last video, I've tested a few things and I've tried a few things, and I've made mistakes and I've learned along the way. And yeah, so I just want to give some background context. I had started to create scrunchies and dog bandanas starting from last year, October, right up until I think February. And I created a whole lot of physical product. I also launched my Shopify store, and I tried to sell it online, which was very difficult, and I couldn't understand why. I was not big on social media. I didn't have big followings or anything of the sort, but online it just seemed like it was so easy to create these kind of businesses and sell. So in March, I started to create digital products because digital products was the new way that you could earn money online. And so I did try to do a few digital products. I posted it onto Amazon, KDP, and I haven't made any sales yet from those. So I thought maybe it was a social media marketing that I would need to do. and get my followings up, get the word out about all of these things. I went through to paid advertisement, I think for 2 or 3 months, which got a lot of people to my website, but still there was no sales. And then I also tried myself during that period to get my social media up with followers. And I posted, it started off as being 3 times a week, and this was on Instagram and TikTok and Pinterest as well, and Facebook. And Facebook had the biggest number of followers. It went up very quickly within 2 weeks or so, or less than that. It went up to 7,000 followers. But my other social platforms stayed at about 200 followers. That was a bit disappointing. I even increased the amount of content that I put up onto my social platforms to post every second day, and I scheduled all of this. And still I didn't see, in fact, over time there was less engagement, less comments, less shares, less likes in my content. It was like completely dead. So I'll show you what kind of posts that I had been posting about. And you'll see the most recent ones, say in this last few weeks, it was more geared around my products that I created, as well as women empowerment quotes. And yeah, I didn't really see much engagement. So I'll share that with you all. I had posted onto YouTube, so you can see my first few videos. And it was more of a personal vlog for myself, so I could keep track of what I was doing when I did it, the lessons I learned, almost like a diary. So it was more for myself. I had a few YouTube channels. It was this personal vlog, and then I also had another channel called the Animal Kingdom of Kindness. And this was a passion of mine. It really didn't matter if I had a following or not. It was more because I was passionate about it, and it was something I wanted to do, and as a hobby. Like, my contribution back to society was to post fun facts on a different animal. I used to post almost every single week, and yeah, it was fun facts for kids, and it also talked a little bit about sustainability at the end. And those videos, my following grew quite quickly. It grew to about 1,000 followers, so that was good. I was happy with that. I was mainly performing well on Facebook with my Brave People Designs women empowerment brand, as well as on YouTube. So I think since the beginning of this month, I felt as though, because of the low engagement on my social platforms, excluding YouTube, I was beginning to feel burnt out and unmotivated. And the amount of effort I was putting in to create the content consistently were not the results that I was getting back. And this was actually quite frustrating. Because of feeling this way, I decided that I needed to change my strategy. And I needed to change what I was doing, especially because I was feeling unmotivated. So I took a step back. I think I've taken about 2 weeks off. I've stopped posting on social media, and I've stepped back to rethink, what am I doing and what's the purpose of what I'm doing. And there has been some lessons learned and realizations that I'd like to share with you. So this is part 3. So this is what I've learned so far. So all my generic posts that I have posted, and these generic posts were different types of reels and posts that had women empowerment quotes on them. And I feel like this kind of content, it's gotten very generic online, and the social media hasn't been pushing out my content. I've also been using stock images and stock videos online, and it seems as, because there's metadata in these files, that when you do post to your social platforms, it's not seen as original high quality content. It's already seen as generic content, and so my posts get limited reach on the social platform. And most of the time I haven't showed my face in these videos or on the posts. And I feel like that was a big mistake right from the beginning. I should have shown more of myself in these posts. It just makes my audience resonate with what I'm saying. Rather than just reading, they can actually resonate with me and agree with me or disagree with me and either follow me or don't. But it just has more of an impact and makes your audience trust you as well when they see your face and when you're speaking to them. So what I'll do is I'll give you some ideas of what I have posted previously and my new kind of posts that I'm posting now. And I've seen that with my new posts where I show my face and I give some sort of story and I actually talk about my journey, it seems to resonate more with people. I've gotten a lot more likes and a lot more comments, and it feels like I'm more satisfied with this kind of content. It's not like I'm just trying to push out a whole lot of content with poor quality. I'm taking my time, I'm doing content that's high quality, that's meaningful to me, and it seems to resonate better with my audience. I'll share some of that with you. And lastly, I think what I've learned from this experience is that there are a lot of people online that are telling you that you can make X amount of money, all you need to do is this, and it's absolute nonsense. I think that you need to look at the person that is telling you this and look at their social following, because that plays a big part in their brand. Look at what they're doing. Look at if in their bio they are selling you a course or selling you content as well, because you are not just a consumer of theirs, you are the customer. So they sell you a dream, but it's just not true what they say, and maybe it's true for maybe 1% of people, but for normal people like you and myself, it's just not, it doesn't work that way. And I've figured out a strategy of what they've done. And a lot of the time they'll say you only have to work a few hours a week and this and that, but the hours that they put in is on YouTube. So I've made some realizations about YouTube as well. So part 4 is, I just want to talk to you on my reflections, is that I think focus on quality rather than quantity. That's first. And make sure your content is original. Don't use stock images and stock photos and videos, and just make it from scratch and take your own photos, take your own short B-rolls and whatever that you need to. In order to build trust, you need to show your face. And if you do want to build a personal brand like I do, then you do need to be present in your videos and in your posts. There's no way around this. And also don't sell physical products. I think in this day and age, you can sell digital products, but with the rise of AI, I don't know how long that's going to last either, because the information is so readily available. People, I feel, would be more geared towards buying people's experiences on what they went through and their learnings, rather than like a digital product that just tells them what it is that they need to do. So I think the number one lesson or takeaway is that YouTube is your number one digital asset that you can own. From all my social media, I've found YouTube has the most potential giving back. I would spend most of your time creating content on YouTube, like myself, I'm filming this video, and 20% of the time creating products to sell and on social media. It just doesn't seem worth it from this experience that I've had since March with social media and what I've learned. I think that YouTube, you could eventually one day see real success. Maybe a normal person like you and me would see success in about maybe 1 to 2 years. And this is like not a get rich quick sort of thing. I think that if you focus on speaking about what you're passionate about, something that's bigger than yourself, then I think you can attract the right audience. And that's another thing, is that what I've also learned is that everyone's saying find a niche and post about your niche and niche down as much as you can so that you're more specific. But at the end of the day, if you are on YouTube and you're creating content, you are the niche. You are the person. People will follow you. People will follow your lifestyle. They'll follow your experiences. They'll follow your opinion. So you're not in competition with everyone else. There is no competition if you are the niche. YouTube will find your people. You don't need to be stressed about it. You just keep posting about what you love and what you're passionate about, and YouTube will find the people that are meant for you and that you can connect with. So my current strategy today has shifted. I am now focusing less product creation, and I'm focusing more on my personal brand and doing things that I love, that I am happy with in my spare time. So I still work a 9-to-5 job, and then generally from Monday to Friday and one day of the weekend, I will work until from about 8 or 9 till about 11. And I also have a baby that's under 2, and he's with me 50% of the time. So it's very challenging, but you know what, for things that I'm passionate and I love, I make time for it, because I feel like I have something to say and I want to make an impact on people from what I've been through and my own experiences. And I have said do 80% on YouTube and 20% on social platforms. What I have done is now I have 4 YouTube channels. So one is my personal vlog where I have this video. The second one is my Animal Kingdom of Kindness channel, where I post about animals and conservation, which is near and dear to me. And then the third channel that I created was a kids YouTube channel, and this channel is more about teaching kids. As I said, my baby's almost 2, so I've been creating content and videos to help him learn ABCs, and I started off with that because I have no skills in video creation, but because of AI, I have used AI to help me create content and to create images and to create music and to bring my videos to life in a way that I love, in a way that I wish I had when I was a child. So I'm creating things that's fun for me, that I have an interest in, and that's beneficial to my children too. And yeah, so my kids channel is called Kindy Pop Kids, and I have quite a few videos on that. So I try and post every week. And then I have my last channel that I created was my eggless baking channel. As I am lacto-vegan, so I do eat dairy products, but I don't eat eggs or any meat or animals or fish or poultry, so I don't eat any of those kind of products or byproducts of those. For example, if a chocolate has egg in it, then I'm obviously not going to eat that chocolate. So I'm very strict with my diet, and I've been on this diet since birth, obviously for spiritual and religious purposes, and it's just stuck with me ever since. And yeah, so when I was younger, I was always looking for desserts to bake because I love baking, and I could never find any that didn't use eggs and cakes and stuff, so it was very difficult for me. So I played around with a lot of recipes. I used a lot of recipes from my mom that have been tried and tested. So I thought this was a great opportunity for me to create a eggless baking channel. So that's what I've done. There's only 2 videos that are uploaded on it so far. It's been a bit slow, but yeah, I do hope to post more videos, hopefully every second week. It's just been a challenge to keep up with 4 YouTube channels, but all of these channels are so dear to me that yeah, it'll build slowly over time. This is like a work in progress, and yeah, I don't know where I'll be or what's gonna happen, but yeah, I'm excited, and I'm excited with this new direction that I took. And I think that it's so important that when something's not working out and when you feel unmotivated, then just pivot and just try something else and don't stay stuck. Just to summarize briefly what I've said is that be selective about the content that you consume, and don't follow what you hear online blindly. I think you need to do some research and look to see what's legitimate and what's not. Otherwise, you can very quickly go down into a rabbit hole. AI can create videos, but it can't replace your story, your voice, your experiences, And I think with AI, a personal brand is probably the best way to go forward if you are looking to do that. So if you found what I've said helpful, then please subscribe and follow. I will try and post a video at least once a month to keep you updated about what's working and what's not. But yeah, I'm not sure where this is going to take me. So I think you guys are just coming along for the journey. And yeah, hopefully this was helpful for you. Okay. Thanks everyone. Bye.